what hunter item would you want to have in real life? Like with passive and all.
I actually don't know.
Well, so many involve hitting things harder, right? Or critting, and I don't know what that equals in real life.
Blood fortune.
Welcome in, everybody, to Who Was the Most Annoying in Class back in the day, featuring Barraccudda, Stuart, Netrioid, and Vote. Did we get to the bottom of this? Because we were talking about it maybe for 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. And I was tapping my pen, which made me think of back in the day in class when people would just sit and pen tap the whole time. And so I asked who was the most annoying in class, and everyone unanimously said Vote. Maybe
That's not true. That's not true.
Maybe it wasn't unanimous, but Barra was very quick to say Vote. Everyone else was like, maybe I was a little annoying, but like, why
Those
Vote?
are great kids, and Vote just seems like the nice, gentle kid that's like very unhinged.
And that's all. And you just think there's enough of an
I
order.
mean, they both seem like nice people that would like, take care of the other kids.
Yeah.
But Vote just seems like he would be a little unhinged.
I don't disagree.
All right. So we got votes against Vote right now. Do you think all right. So,
What? The second part of his name was Natural Born Killer. I mean,
that's true. You're right. And that was in like third grade he came up with that.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does it mean to
Third
you?
year.
You were a
Third
third
year.
grader saying you're a killer.
What is it in Scotland? It's when all right, the first age of school you go to, what's it called?
Primary school.
And how many years is that?
7.
And so what do you call like year, is it just year 2 or what?
Primary 1, primary 2, primary 3.
All right, so during Premier 3 you came up with your username.
No! I'm like 6.
I think you're only offended because Barra was so quick to nominate you, right? Even if he's right, it's just why were you so fast? Right.
Why, bro?
I mean, what do you want from me?
This is good. No, this is maybe
you argued with me about demonic, so I'm just holding a grudge.
what's wrong with demonic? Are you talking about demonic
don't
grip?
get us
Like the item, demonic grip.
Yeah.
Was this during the segment earlier? Did I miss this? What happened?
Acid Item was pretty good. He said it's awful.
I said it's terrible.
Understood. What character were you playing? Or doesn't matter? Just in general?
Yeah.
Bad item.
Stuart, say you're coming home from elementary school. You got your report card.
Oh.
What do you think your teacher's writing on your report card?
Elementary school, it's pretty fine. I'm probably making A's or B's,
Yeah.
Everything's good, Probably not the greatest student.
Do you think they're saying you're too talkative? Are you good with others?
It depends on like what class it is. So,
Yeah.
what subject it is. Math. I'm pretty talkative. I was pretty much a class clown in that
Yeah.
kind of subject. But then history, I'm falling asleep. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I actually like both those subjects.
So you think you're getting the best, what is it, marks in Scotland?
To me, it's just...
Is it grades or marks?
It probably just doesn't apply himself to what I got.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Doesn't apply
My
yourself.
brother was he was smart.
Yeah.
So when I was going to the same teachers he had, oh yeah, he's going to be smart as well, and I was just a clown.
You had an older brother?
Yeah.
So they assumed you would be
Yeah.
the same, and
Yeah.
they weren't. I'm the same way. My brother's an engineer, and so I had a bunch he was in better classes than me, so I actually avoided a lot of his teachers because I wasn't in the good classes. Netrioid, you're coming home from school. You've got a report card. What do you think's written on yours?
Something's wrong with this kid, maybe. Nah, I mean, I was a pretty. I will say I will get good grades as well, but I was like really annoying on class. Like that was like my weakness point. Because my all the teachers will say like you're a good kid, but you're always making trouble. Because if there was a trouble from anyone, it should be me. Like in that group, You
were always
even
involved.
even if I didn't know any of the classmates there, I will be in that problem or trouble, something like that.
You're always involved in some way. I got a lot of he's very smart, but very distracting to other students on my report cards. Barra, round us out here for our first big question of this round table. What's written on your report card?
Very good student. I literally was like a teacher's pet growing up.
That's so brilliant, man.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So
All right.
I know, I'm sorry. I
Say
first grade, I'm not going to lie, sorry to cut you off.
no. I was about to cut you
I
off.
was literally asking for more homework.
Oh my.
No way.
The whole class was just you.
well,
me.
Okay, that's
this is the
I
tried and
wanted
true.
extra practice for what
Right.
we were learning.
Oh my god.
Which is, do you think that plays into your SMITE career at all?
Nope.
The aspect of studying and wanting to improve and get better?
Yeah, during picks and bans, I'm probably the one that talks the least because I'm like, oh, just give me like one of these 4 characters.
Yep.
And then outside of that, if I'm like, yo, Haddix, I think this is good, he's like, no, you're an idiot. I'm like, okay, sorry, sir. We'll say that again.
He has too much power. This is usually the telltale sign, though. Your teacher assigns homework, forgets to check it. Are you reminding the teacher?
No, I would never do that. Never.
Because that's a big...
I don't
wanna,
believe it.
Yeah, you never want to throw your other students under the bus.
Right.
And so I would always have my homework ready to turn in, but if the teacher never asked for it, I'm not turning it in.
Gotcha. I want you guys to vote, no pun intended, on what percentage of the next 45 minutes we spend in-depth discussing SMITE.
Less than 3.
Less than 3.
I'll give it like a solid 12.
12%. Out of 45, that's like 5-6 minutes or so, an eighth. I can't do that math. I was too talkative in that class, and I didn't ask for extra homework, so I don't know how to do fractions very well. We do have to talk about ADC a little bit, and then I'm going to ask you guys the last time you thought about a French horn, but that's going to be about 30 minutes from now.
Okay.
Stuart, why don't you start us off with some ADC talk? What is your ADC story? How did you get involved in SMITE, and how did you start playing ADC?
Well, my brother put me on SMITE because he was playing like arenas or something, and it looked cool, so I played that. But ADC, I was gonna play mid, and then one of my friends named Grayson, who used to like play like really early on, he kicked me out of mid and made me play ADC for like the little SOC team. And it was like me, I think it was me, Jake, Haddix, Glavis, and Grayson was like the first rendition of it, and that's when I started playing ADC.
Do you regret the... Well, I guess it was kind of forced upon you. Are you happy with ADC?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
In the league. Maybe I shouldn't be in the league, but hey, I'm in the league.
No, you should be in the league. I just mean role-wise. Are you happy to be playing ADC, or you wish you were playing...
No, I wish I was a mid laner, I'll be honest. That role is actually OP, and it's not close. I don't think there's any role close to it. Maybe like solo and support. You know, tanks are OP as well.
Yeah.
And jungle.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just put them all in there.
Anything except for ADC.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Nat, how about you? What's your ADC story?
It's kind of an interesting one because I used to be an off-role. I will play anything on rank at least, right? I liked playing jungle back then, but I remember one time me and my friends wanted to like enter a tournament, like some sort of community tournament. I don't know, and then I saw Barraccudda was in there. It was called a Saturnalia event, like back in 2015 or something. And I remember I was against them the first round. It was literally Cognitive Prime against like a bunch of randoms, and I was there.
And we lost.
And I was there, and I remember I had to play ADC because we couldn't fight ADC, and I was like, oh, this role is pretty fun, you know. And I was against Barraccudda, and I just like tried to win so hard because it was like
Well,
OG.
do you know what happened?
We lost, but I think Andy Stuart got a pentakill against us, but we got the tier 2 tower in mid, so
Nice. Nice. Do you remember that at all, Barra?
Nope.
I remember that, and yeah, after that I was like, yeah, maybe I stick on ADC, you know, and after that I just give.
It's worked out. Barra, do you feel like you're responsible for creating one of the menaces of the duo lane nowadays?
Yeah, it's very regrettable now.
You dipped him back in the day, and now he's just has
coming for my
set
throat.
up. That's right. Every single week. Barra, what's your ADC story? One of the most.
I mean, I wanted to jungle back in the day, and then we picked up Stir, and he was like, nope, and I was like, okay. And then I'll go ADC. I mean, I had a lot of like Halo games under my belt from Halo and COD growing up, so I was like, I like shooting things, so that's fine. And then since then, I just stuck with the role because I was kind of naturally good at it.
Are you naturally good at Halo and COD?
Mm-hmm. Very natural.
Did you ever do ranked or competitive in either of
I
those
did
games?
competitive in both, but I never like reached the top tier,
Right.
unfortunately.
Do you have any compilations, like any videos?
on YouTube?
Any videos?
Yeah, I actually do have videos on YouTube.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the team was called like Crystal Clear back in the day, and you
Nice.
can type in Crystal Clear Barraccudda and look up my like old Halo Reach gameplay.
I want to do that
yeah.
really bad. Was it like, did you do trick shotting and stuff, or were you just pure like,
We just did like MLG.
gotcha,
I
like
wanted
game
to
battles?
I wanted to go pro. I think if I had an Xbox right when Halo 2 came out, I think I would have gone pro because I was really good at Halo 2. But I came in like really late to the scene, and I only played Halo 2 for like a year before Halo 3 came out.
Yeah. Those were like the OG days too of esports and like
We'd have LAN parties and have like the system link cable between rooms
That's right.
and have like one Xbox over here, one Xbox over here. was a lot of fun.
Have you seen the picture of the dude at the old LAN party? He's like duct taped.
Yeah, he's strapped to the
or whatever?
ceiling. They're playing like CS:GO.
Was it like that?
No, unfortunately. We never had that big of a group to play with, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Those were the days, though. You just bring the TV over to the friend's house and your Xbox, and it was so easy to set up.
Dude, I was looking up a Reddit thread this morning about
I'm sorry.
things that people grew up in the 90s, and it was like no cell phones. Once you left the house, you could just like go play,
Yeah.
and there was no like communication. The good old days.
Yeah. Now we got Twitter and Twitch
Yep.
chat and Reddit, the same thing that you were, we were sad about. Vote. Do you have as an illustrious of a story as these other fellas?
I think with me, I was just hitting the queues. I just played anything Netrioid.
Yeah.
And then got asked, do I play this year? Yeah, why not?
I feel like that's been the ADC story. Is you guys have looked at mid or jungle or
It's
something
the
else
leftover
like that.
role.
Yeah.
No one wants to play the role, man.
Yeah.
Except now it's the best role in the game, right?
The best players, maybe.
Yeah.
The best players.
Yeah.
Sure. You're amongst some of the best in the world. When you guys look back at the metas of Smite and maybe ADCs, do you guys have a favorite meta in your mind? Whether you were playing ADC or not at the time, just favorite Smite metas in the last, what are we, half a year into Season 10? 9.5 years.
I mean, my normal answer is Season 3, but I actually really enjoyed the Season 9 CERN Ishtar meta.
No,
I actually did.
No way.
No, I
No
actually
way.
did. I know
No
it's
way.
like every ADC player hates it, but I actually really enjoyed it because it was two ADCs that could like fight each other. I hate the Rama Cupid meta, but the CERN Ishtar meta was actually fun.
But you guys don't agree.
I prefer the Rambo Cupid meta over this, man.
Bro, you just ult each other and everyone lives.
Yeah, but then Rambo can kill him.
No, you can't. The Cupid just dashes away and
You're playing it
throws
wrong, man.
hearts.
You're playing it wrong, man.
You're playing it wrong. You never killed
I'm
me.
playing it right. I'm having fun, man.
Well, this is interesting. Is that your guys' least favorite Smite metas? Was the CERN Ishtar meta?
Yep.
I wouldn't say his least favorite.
That's just, I would say this Jason most boring.
Yeah.
The same to God of the game.
Do you think metas are defined more by god viability or item viability in ADC?
God.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most amount of gods you can remember being viable at
Season
one
5,
time?
literally anything. There's 1v1s. You can play mages, you can play literally anything you want.
Yeah, it was season 4, season 5, right? When
Yeah.
you will start with Bombas mask back in the day, another starter, and then just whoever gets the pressure level before even the wave begins is just like over.
Never got to play that.
Yeah.
Nope. So is that your favorite meta then? 4 or 5 times?
It was kind of new at the role at the moment, and I remember it was when I made a team with Paniton back then, and I had to play against top Laran. I remember Sleep Tie, like he will just farm me back then. So it was not fun from the beginning, but then I just kind of get on.
Right. Least favorite meta. You talked about CERN Ishtar as one of the favorites.
I don't remember which meta it was. It might have been, funnily enough, 4. When Thorns or like Shield of the Underworld was like super
Yeah.
OP. And you couldn't trade with the solo laner for like 5 seconds in a team fight. And that was very frustrating to play against.
How many seconds can you trade with the soul laner in the current?
You can trade with him, but he'll kill you.
Gotcha.
New item, Phalanx. Yep.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah.
You're not really trading as much. He's just
Well, you are.
winning.
You're just coming out on the short end, end of the stick. Stu, maybe you've agreed with some of what's been said already. Any favorite or least favorite metas come to mind?
I think it was like season 8 leading up to Worlds when Oleron was like really good.
Yeah.
It was like my favorite character. So I'd say that was my favorite, and then Thorn's meta was not fun either.
Yeah, as a table, how do we feel about like mage ADC metas? Where does it feel the same to you guys when Freya, Oleron, Chronos, Soul?
I think Freya's the most frustrating probably to play against, because once she gets a lead, she's very suffocating. But Soul and Oleron and Chronos aren't that bad to play against.
Yeah.
Is it worth it when you get to play it though, Freya?
Sometimes.
Is it worth being in meta if you get to play it half the time?
No.
Sometimes.
No,
yeah.
I don't disagree. It's not.
Half the time you're playing against it is so bad.
Yeah, I think they're right. Yeah.
All right, no more Freya. But maybe with demonic grip and how good of an item that is.
Okay, young man.
Freya. Did you say I'm a young man?
Oh, okay, young man.
Oh, I thought you said okay, young man. I'm 28. My back hurts. My hips are constantly in pain. I can't be that young. Let's talk about ranked for ADCs and how much of a fun journey that must be for you guys. Don't laugh. It's a serious question, Barraccudda.
Really?
We're really hammering into the serious stuff right now. Are there any obvious ranked pet peeves for ADC that come to mind?
Junglers, bro. Like 2 minutes in the come and gank you. Like 2 minutes.
Is it the level like 2, level 3 gank that?
Yep.
That or your support player just doesn't know how to play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, but sometimes them dying is actually good.
Yeah, you get free.
If the enemy support gets the kill and your support dies, it's actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you consider that best case scenario?
Yeah.
Or
Or they get poked enough so they have to back, but they don't die.
and they leave you most of the way.
I got a full solo wave.
God, what a dream that would
Yeah.
be. So maybe we have some support players watching, and they're gonna certainly be in your ranked games one day up at your MMR. What do you want your support to do? What are some bullet points that you might recommend to a support player if they're laning with you guys?
Just don't tank the full wave.
You can't tell them to die level 1 and keep going back to
Just-
base. They've got to play.
If there's a full wave, just don't hit the guy. Just let me clear the wave and then do your thing. Don't just stand there and tank the whole wave and just die to minions.
Yeah, that is annoying, right? Where you're trying to balance farming and fighting, and then your support gets down super low.
Yeah, I would
Dara,
say-
what are some bullet points for a good
Pick a lane pressure character, so that way you can play around your ADC. Like if you see one of us in your queue, you should probably play something aggressive and something that doesn't just sit back and do nothing. Because in ranked, you want to just get aggressive. Actually, I don't even know if that's true because we play a Mario Party meta right now. So,
What does that mean?
well, I was laning against Meerkat. I was on stream yesterday and I died 5 times, and then I killed Meerkat and I was tied.
Nice.
Which means that we play the route the same skill-wise for the first 15 minutes, apparently.
Interesting. Is that Mario Party? Because like at the end of Mario Party, random people get free stars and suddenly win the game.
Yep.
God, did you get free stars constantly in Mario Party? Did you ever win the straight up way?
I got both.
You got both. Right. So you would travel the most and already have the most stars anyway. That's the key.
Oh,
is
I
you
was
build
actually
up-
good at Mario Party, so.
Were you?
Yeah.
Which one? All of them.
Whatever one was on N64, and you would like go so fast it would like rub the skin off of the palm of my hand.
Like, stir the pot or whatever. And you're like,
Before my time, man.
Yeah, same.
All right, children.
that's actually all right. No, I was about to start telling a story of how I
We're
got
just gonna
my
talk about 90s.
That's right. How old are you?
32.
Oh, wait. How old's everyone?
24.
22.
22.
I'm 28. My God. All right.
Children.
Yeah, I'm not even young, but you're just old, bro.
Wait, how old are you?
24.
Oh, you're at the age where I started.
Is that weird to think about? That's got to be right.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, these young heads are coming for you, Bear. You better watch out.
Yeah, it's weird that Vin's like 23 because he was like 16
Wait,
or whatever when
yeah.
he won Worlds.
23 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was. He called me like a few days ago. I was asking him, and I was like, "There's no way you're 23. No way."
He's lying,
Kind
bro.
of crazy.
He's lying.
It might be. Fraud
And
on
yet,
there.
here he is.
Yep.
The young. He's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed over in mid.
And muscular.
That's right. He's putting
dope.
out some really good recipes. I need to take a few notes. Either of you two have additional bullet points for your supports that you want them to do for you in ranked?
Just don't grief me, man.
Don't grief.
Just don't grief. That's all. CC is something you got. You just use your buttons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't take the waves.
Yep. Easy enough.
Make
Yeah.
space.
That's pretty much it. Like, you just don't tag the wave, don't die early, and also your awareness kind of helps your ADC as well because most of the time now supports by wards, so if you just kind of do
Most
that,
of
you're
the time,
safe.
right? Not all
Yeah.
the time, though.
I mean, I've seen some supports that say, "Oh, I don't want to waste 100 gold. Like when I get 2 more pots and something, then you just can't gank and die." But
Well, they're getting poked out so much they need the extra 2 pots. That's maybe the logic there. All right, I want you guys to predict my KDA based on what I type coming into a ranked lobby. So we all load into a ranked lobby, and I type something, and I want you guys to predict what my KDA is going to be in that game. And so there's 3 on kind of different sides of the toxicity spectrum. So I load into your lobby. Say again?
What role are you playing?
Ooh, maybe that.
Like that changes everything.
Okay. I get filled into jungle.
Okay.
I didn't select jungle, but I got auto-filled into
Oh,
jungle.
This is bad.
And I say, I load into the lobby, and I say, "What's up, everyone? Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Let's have a really good game." What do you think my KDA is going to be in that game?
Yeah.
Oh, and 12.
I'll give you one. I go 1 in 13.
Yeah.
You're going to steal a last hit from somebody.
Yep.
Is it just I'm too positive to like really?
Anyone who types anything in lobby the second you get into it is bad.
Yep.
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 So if I'm silent, you're immediately assuming I'm
I have
be
more
doing
faith
better.
in you.
yeah,
right.
Maybe Penitum. You might just be the best jungler. I don't know.
in the world. Yeah, if I just don't speak any words. All right, how about I join in and I ask if one of you guys gets ADC, Well, first of all, do you like playing ADC in ranked, or do you guys try to?
I don't mind
It's
it.
like a double-edged sword. Either you carry or you get like griefed.
It depends on the queue.
Yeah, it depends on the queue, and I don't mind honestly, but
So if somebody asks you to swap, are you generally kind of?
I
willing to-
always swap with someone
I'll
else.
swap to support, but I won't do anything else.
Gotcha. Let's say we're in a world where you don't want to swap. You're about to promo. You need some MMR. You don't want to swap. I load into your lobby and I'm begging you to swap roles, or anyone else. Maybe I'm just begging someone to swap roles in lobby. What kind of KDA predictions do you think you have for that?
I would swap you just so you wouldn't feed.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the,
that's
that's the
what-
thing.
if someone's like begging, I would just swap because then they can't play the role. Is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I would just go and play the role.
Right. But do you have confidence that they can actually play the role
Oh,
they're
no.
asking for? You
Oh,
think?
no.
No.
That's just what they want to play.
Yeah.
So maybe you're saving their mental from doing worse in game. Now I'm going to go to the other side. I come into lobby and we had the last game with one another and we're in the same lobby again, and I'm still yelling at another one of the teammates that we had in our previous game. Are you predicting a good or a bad game out
I'm
of me?
enjoying
I
the.
might dodge.
Yeah, I enjoyed it honestly.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
You just look at chat and they too throw some banter. So
I would argue they may be motivated to do well in the next game.
Sure.
You know, maybe they want to prove the other person wrong.
Yeah, I would enjoy it,
Yeah.
and then
It's maybe not.
I'm arguing with something or someone. I'm definitely griefing their next game. I'm going 0-10, and running it down.
Yeah,
It's just spiteful, man.
It is. I'm winning the battle. You know.
that's right.
Right.
The one, and you know, the war is the next 5 or 6 times you see it. But for now, you're gonna
just
win
more
the battle. That's right. Because I'm iffy at my job, and technology is going to take all of our jobs eventually. I asked AI to ask each of you an individual question.
oh no.
And they're actually, some of them are pretty decent questions. They're much better formulated than what I've asked so far. So vote, and this is AI's words, not mine. Of one of the top ADCs in SMITE, what aspects of gameplay and mindset have contributed to your success?
wow, that's deep.
That is it.
You're just so multifaceted. It's just so hard.
Losing just sucks. I'm like a sore loser. And that's what drives me to win. But then when you don't win, like we're not right now, it's hard, you know.
Your hatred of losing.
Yeah,
Drives
I
you to-
hate losing more than I like winning.
Gotcha. And so that part of your
But
mindset
we are
is
just
gonna be
losing
more-
a lot.
Are there any, and this is only because AI really wants to know, are there aspects of your gameplay specifically that you think you can attribute a lot of your success to?
Nah.
Nah. Who cares, AI? You don't get to know. Barraccudda.
Hello.
Again, AI's words, not mine.
Oh no.
One of the most successful ADCs in SMITE history.
Wow.
What key qualities differentiate a top-tier ADC from the rest?
I wouldn't know. ask that guy. I think
AI wanted to ask you. I typed in your name, and this is the question it gave me.
I feel like a lot of it's playing selfish. I think a lot of bad ADCs will do things to make their teammates look better, and I think for you to be a top person in your role, you need to play a little bit more selfishly. And I think in this meta, you're probably just letting your mid laner carry, because mid lane's super OP right now. But in general, I think playing a lot more selfishly and not putting yourself in dangerous situations is probably the best way to do it. And that means probably waiting for your time to shine in the team fight versus just forcing something.
Little do you know, you're feeding information to AI that's going to learn all this and then take your job here eventually. Netrioid, unfortunately, AI didn't say one of the top ADCs or most successful ADCs. Right? It just straight up asked you a question. What are some of the most challenging matchups or scenarios you can remember from your SMITE career, and how did you overcome them?
I think I will say the hardest one was when I mentioned, I made the team with Paniton. It was a fun team from the beginning, but then I saw some potential, and then I had to match like an ADC that was playing the role for like 3 or 4 years, and I was just new to the role.
Right.
And it was an aggressive like type of lane back then, so I would say that was the hardest one. Like I tried to just match the experience the other ADCs had, and I had to go to like bot review like through everything so that at least I could have some chance, you know.
Right.
I will say that's.
You got to play up to your competition. Another good mindset for AI to have. Stu, AI gave you one sentence. Good luck. And it's kind of, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is similar to what Vote and Barra had to answer. What aspects of your gameplay set you apart from other ADCs in SMITE?
You know, I would say not having game knowledge. You know,
Not.
Not having game knowledge.
I don't really pay attention to patch notes. I don't really pay attention to any of that stuff. I just get in there.
Just go with the vibe.
Yeah, it's just vibe. So maybe that.
You're not weighed down by knowledge at that point,
Yeah, exactly. So it just brings me up a couple notches.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's my problem. I think too much.
Yeah.
If I thought less,
So
it
you
was
just got to
better.
get in there.
You need to care more about winning and less about losing, or something like that.
I don't know what I said.
AI asked all of you guys a few questions,
Oh boy.
so we can all crowdsource these. There's actually 10, but we're not going to answer all 10. How do you approach the laning phase as an ADC in Smite? What strategies do you employ to gain an advantage over your opponents in the laning phase?
Figure out if your support has a brain or not. If they don't have a brain, let them die. And if they do have a brain, follow up on their plays.
Yeah, so kind of what he said is at least I try to identify if you have the stronger lane or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can at least tell your support player if you have a weaker lane, try not to fight.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll go well. Maybe they'll listen. Half the time they don't.
Nobody listens.
Yeah.
I guess it is really unique in that jungle is all over the map, but every other lane is kind of vibing, doing their own thing. You guys kind of got to worry about what another guy is up to all the time. This is an open-ended one, but AI wants to know, what's your preferred build for an ADC in Smite? Are there any specific items or combinations that you find particularly effective, I guess, in the current meta?
Chin's size is pretty effective, I would say.
Devos.
Dominance, Devils, pretty good items.
Cowl.
Executioner, Kill, Titan's Bane, all good items.
Oboe.
Pretty good item as well.
Like Odibo. Bear, I actually played X-Ball in a playtest yesterday.
Really?
For the upcoming update. And I just looked up when you were playing X-Ball last week in the SPL, and the build did okay.
Really?
It did okay.
You think it was the build difference for you could have done better if you went a different build?
Oh, no, I don't know enough about the game. I could ask AI. But no, I think it was Devos, Kin Size,
Dom, Oboe.
Odibo, Titan's Bane.
Yep.
And I was bopping tanks later in the game.
Yep. You were shredding.
That's right.
Yeah, Scream just told me Exy was bad, so
Stop listening to that guy.
I don't know what to do. We're a freshly new team, so I'm trying to respect everyone's opinion.
you can do that.
Yeah.
Listen to him a little less, from experience.
Yeah. How much less do you think? You said a little less.
Well, how much out of 100 do you listen to him right now?
100 right now.
So you listen to him fully. What was that?
Nothing.
Was that our mic pack?
No.
No, I just want to make sure you're.
No,
just
it really-
You just broke?
Is there a little red dot on it?
Yeah, there's a little red dot.
Okay, you're good.
It wasn't my Mac pack.
It was all of Scream's ideas. He's
That's
dropping,
right, drop 'em
dropping 90% you need to get away. 10% you can take,
Okay.
and you can.
That's a drastic change, though.
A big drop off.
What kind of conversations do you think I should be having with Scream to take so he doesn't know that I'm not listening to 90% of what he's saying?
I don't know. I don't have too much advice. It's just
Okay.
just don't listen to him.
Okay.
It's like tune him out almost.
Yeah.
Let him speak.
Yeah, and you have to let him get his mind.
Uh-huh,
You have to listen.
Do I respond? Do I just go the
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
But then you have to
Okay.
be prepared for the why didn't you do.
I'll just say
Right.
Exactly.
Then you change the pitch a little bit and you go, It's the same words, just the
I
letters.
was turning
are
like a
moved around little
caveman and
bit.
just start grunting.
Speaking of cavemen and mindless, aggressive creatures, how's Hamlet doing?
Oh, he's doing fantastic.
Yeah.
He was very annoying this morning. I'm not really sure what to do about puppy biting right now.
Oh, it happens. I always would just stick my whole fist in Ramsey's mouth so she couldn't bite, and it was super uncomfortable. Like she would try to bite my hand, and I would just ball up my fist, and then she can't do it. I think she hated it. So
Surely you just bite him back, no?
a lot of people will just bite their dog back, or they'll start. I think Aggro and Joe with their dog, they whimpered when she bit them.
That's
just a way of life. As long as you're not praising Hamlet when it's happening, I think eventually they
I don't know if No does anything for him yet because he's 10 weeks old, so I don't think he knows the English language yet.
Yeah.
I'm saying no, and then he keeps biting me, so
right.
hopefully he'll learn.
He'll get there. I would also swap out with a toy instead of my arm. It's now
Yeah, he would drop the toy and then bite me.
It's relentless.
Okay.
But they
Yeah, this
grow out of
morning
it.
I was literally walking around and he's just attached to my ankles through the kitchen. I'm like, dude, you gotta let me go.
The good news is I imagine for that breed it's from 1 month until like a year and a half. They're a raptor, a velociraptor.
Oh,
Right,
that
like
long.
A dinosaur. Maybe. Well, but they're trained at some point, right?
Yeah.
The energy-wise, they're going to be chaotic. The biting did not last for
Okay. Yeah, he's sitting already, so he
That's
knows
right.
tricks. Yeah.
Right, he knows things. Yeah, the biting, that winds down. How old is he now?
10 weeks.
10 weeks? Mm-hmm. Give it
Actually, 11 weeks. 11 weeks.
give it a couple
Give it
months.
50 more. Give it 50 more weeks.
I don't think I'll have ankles by then.
Give him a few more years and just kidding.
Yeah,
a few more months and the
The
biting.
last 2 weeks, he has grown like razor teeth.
Oh, yeah?
Like, those things are sharp
Oh yeah.
now.
But they're
And-
cute, right? When they lay down and they get the little puppy teeth out.
Especially the big old like yawn, and then he like does like a little squeak at the end. And he just
Yep.
like, oh. What? Is that not a squeak?
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good. It's 10 out of 10. Same amount that you listen to Scream.
Yep.
Good. I'm glad Hamlet's doing well. And hopefully the biting doesn't... What's your mouse hand? Your right hand? Because nobody plays mouse with their left hand. A guy who worked at High Res used to mouse with his left hand, and I couldn't believe it. It was the most awkward thing I've ever seen. Glad Hamlet's not that he was not that they were an awkward person, but it all seemed backwards. We'll get back to what AI wants to know. How do you manage your positioning and movement during team fights as an ADC? What factors do you consider when deciding whether to engage or retreat?
Kind of just how your front line's doing. If your front
Also,
line's
need to
doing
like,
good,
you need
you
to
can
know
follow.
where like the jungle, but the threats the enemy team are.
Yeah.
Like, can the jungler kill me? Yes. You have to look out for that. Can the mage kill me? Yes. Look out for him. Can the soloist kill me?
What can't kill
Yes.
Yep.
She's a degree.
Surely support can't kill you.
Hey,
Dude,
Hey, from
Yeah, but you can't kill them though.
you have
That's
seen the emoji with Shard?
True.
That's true.
Sunder.
Hey.
They go Thebes, prophetic, and then just damage items.
They don't even need damage items. They just need Sunder.
Yep.
Just cook me.
Right, well, you're in trouble at that point.
No peel.
So how your front line is doing, I guess, is what you consider. This is the last AI question. Then we're going to move on to some serious stuff. What are some key objectives or milestones you aim to achieve as an ADC during a match of Smite? How do you prioritize farm, team fights, and map control?
In SPL, it's not be 2k behind my mid laner, which is kind of difficult.
That is just easy. That is just loves giving up farm.
Vin will just take my chest camp, take green buff, sometimes share my purple buff.
No
there's
way.
no farm on my side. of
Share
the map.
purple.
No
Purple
way.
buff, that's
Yeah,
wild.
he'll like
purple.
Here's your
He'll
purple.
he'll be like I'm
He's
protecting
he's
it.
defending it.
Yeah, he's protecting it. Yeah.
I'm
There's an invisible
gonna
thing.
help you.
Yeah. Don't worry, Barra. I'm here. He tosses one button and walks away.
Yeah.
Comes Agni one.
30.
I mean, in a way, he is helping you.
Uh-huh.
Netrioid, what are some key milestones that you look for as an ADC in a Smite match, according to AI?
Probably. I mean, I'm not a KDA player, so as long as I don't have a positive KDA, I feel like I've done my job, you know?
As long as you don't have a positive KDA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means that I got in there, you know?
That's right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, that means you W key. Would you rather be on a team of players who W key and lose, or players who... Oh, how do I want to word this? I was going to say sit back and win, but you'd probably prefer the winning over how you win.
Yeah.
How do I want to word? Do you want to duo lane with a support who does absolutely nothing the entire lane, or W keys, but it's like a 50-50... like,
50-50.
you'd prefer...
I'll take it.
WQ.
That's you, Jake.
That's more of a mindset, though. Like I just think I get so bored sitting back and doing nothing. I need to like be a bit more active
Yeah,
and just like
dopamine.
letting the game happening to me. You know. All right, let's talk about a couple real serious things here while we round out the last 10 or so minutes of this interview. I don't know how many of you guys play games other than Smite. I know you've talked about other FPSs that you've played. Should you play MMOs or other types of games, do you guys all play the ranged damage dealer type characters, or do you feel like you have to change it up?
I want to play Rangers, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you an MMOer?
Yeah, I play well.
You play well?
I can only play melee classes.
You nearly lost your mic pack. We're all
Oh,
over
it
the place. Sorry, what were you saying you play?
I can only play melee classes. I find
Yeah.
range so boring.
Yeah, I have to. It's either Fury Warrior or Enhancement Shaman. I got to dual wield and jump in, or else I'm falling asleep. So you scratch the itch in Smite to sit back and.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more movement. You don't have to root yourself in Smite, which I think makes it a little less
Yeah, I guess.
boring, right? But you still want to get in there.
Yeah.
How about you, Bear? Are you playing other range damage dealer type roles and other
Melee
games you
for
play?
sure.
Yeah.
I used to play like a fair bit of Diablo, and I would just go like the Barbarian and just hold W the entire time. And I would just kind of like release everything that Vote's talking about, just like getting in there. Because in ADC or in Smite, you're just watching all of the game happen, especially team fights. I mean, you can get in there, but if you get in there, you're probably just dying.
Yep.
So just getting in there in other games definitely feels better. Like even when you play like Apex, it still feels fun to like be up close and personal with people.
Oh yeah, gotta get something going. Stu, how about you? You play other games? You play range damage in other games, or you Smite Truth or only Smite?
I've been playing a little bit of Valorant, but like when I played WoW, I was playing Sub Rogue. So
Yeah, you're still getting in there.
yeah.
Net, melee, ranged, other games.
I like range because I haven't played FPS like until 2 years ago or 1 year ago, 1 year and a half ago. And when I tried the FPS games, I just saw like how good tracking you have to have in order to be good and stuff. So I just felt like, what if at some point I just like get so good at it that I can be like aimbotting, you know? So
Yeah.
I just like thinking that, and that's like my dream, you know, like tracking or having like such a good aim, so someone just
reported.
goes and yeah,
Right.
getting reported, exactly. That's why I always choose the range characters.
Yeah. No, that is the dream.
Respectable.
All right, we're gonna move on to some serious ones now. We've toyed around too much. If you guys had the choice to eliminate lemons or limes from the world forever, what would you eliminate from the world?
But you said lemons or limes.
Lemons or limes. Get rid of one or the other. Or maybe the other way of thinking about it is: would you rather keep lemons or keep limes? But
You want to know something? I don't know the difference. Like I've eaten both of them, and I don't know. I still don't know the difference.
really,
Yeah, because in Spanish you just say like lemon. That's the common say. Nobody like call it lime or lemon. It's just lemon.
interesting. All right, so Netrioid, you don't care. Take one or the other away.
I think I'm going lemon.
Keep or get rid of.
Get rid of.
I think I'm the same.
All right, we need to differentiate here because they are two different things. I think, right? Am I crazy?
The one's green, one's yellow, right?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but one is like super sour.
Yeah.
Which one?
The lemon is really sour. It's
Oh.
a yellow sour one.
Yeah,
Limes are
tiny green.
small and green and a bit more
Less sour?
less
Okay,
less sour.
well,
Yeah.
if I'm using something for sour, give me the lemon. Like, what am I going
Yeah.
half sour for? Get the lime out of here, man.
All right, fair. Limes. You wanted to get rid of or keep?
Get rid of lemons.
Get
Yeah.
rid of lemons.
Same.
Okay. Get rid of
I
lemons.
feel like it's the wrong answer, but for some reason my gut's telling me. So
We use limes for a lot of things. If I'm making drinks.
Yeah, lime's definitely better drink, I think, than lemon. Like alcoholic drink.
You know what? I don't want to live in this world. I want both. I can answer this question.
yeah, I think lemons are way better in cooking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. When was the last time each of you thought about a French horn, the instrument?
Probably when you asked a question earlier and said,
Yeah.
that.
When was the last time before that?
Never. Literally never in my
Never in my
life.
life.
Music class in elementary school, maybe. Like,
I don't remember when I learned. I actually played French horn in middle school band. Isn't that a fun fact?
wow.
Wow.
That is not a fun fact,
So
but
cool.
Except I got bored of it. I wanted to quit band, and the band director got super sad, and so I switched to tuba because they sat in the back of the room and I could mess around and not actually pay attention in class. And then I quit the next semester anyway. So that's the fun Dave fact. What is your third favorite cereal? Not your first, not your second, but your third favorite cereal. Mine is Captain Crunch, because first
Never had it.
is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, second is Reese's Pieces or Reese's Puffs, third is Captain Crunch.
I think I'll go Lucky Charms. I got
For 3.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch number 1,
Yep.
Frosted Flakes number 2, and then
Okay.
Lucky Charms at 3.
Yep, that's a good third.
maybe French toast crunch.
French Toast Crunch, that's a deep cut. I don't know if I've ever had French Toast Crunch.
Really?
Maybe
So
once.
thereby-
Didn't that have? Were they in the little toast shapes?
Yeah. They were
Maybe
so
I've
good.
had it once.
Well, they're third just because they stopped making them. But yeah, I had the same top two with Reese's and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's good. We're on a good track here. Nat, are you a
I
cereal
don't-
eater?
No, I don't eat cereal.
Do you guys eat breakfast? Are you guys big
Yeah.
breakfast havers?
I have like, I went to have, I don't have like breakfast food for breakfast.
Yeah.
I like a normal meal for breakfast.
I'm a big wake up, have a protein shake at noon, and just get the day going. I can't be bothered to make a lot of food in the morning.
Yeah, I'm a smoothie guy.
Smoothie and bread.
Yep.
The staple.
As my breakfast of
Some
champions.
oatmeal and some eggs before that.
To be fair, that's a well-rounded, hearty
That's a good
breakfast.
meal.
Good for any day. What do you guys think the best hunter item in real life would be? If you could have any item that hunters currently build. Now, what I have not figured out on any of these roll queues is what we do for like the stacking items. Like, I don't know what you have to kill in real life to like get stacks on things. Maybe it just stacks over time, like for Devos.
What's the question again, sorry?
What hunter item would you want to have in real life? Like
Cow?
with passive and all.
Cow.
Hey?
Go faster, I'm alone.
Okay.
You're a lone wolf. You're zooming.
That's pretty clean. I actually
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
agree with that one. I mean, I don't.
I just don't know.
Well, so many involve hitting things harder, right? Or like
Yeah.
critting, and I don't know what that equals in real life.
Blood forge me.
You'd be a great soldier. You'd be wonderful on the battlefield. Or any smite item. We can open it up if hunter items maybe feel too specific.
Mid-guarding would be OP.
Yeah?
If you get hit, slow him down.
You're doing a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
Hamlet would be so slow when he's fighting on you.
There you go.
Really, it's just like an
Alex.
item that generates gold, right?
That you use that first.
Yeah.
I'm finding back faster.
The support gold generating items would be good.
Oh, yeah,
true.
Really, that's just it.
That's passive income,
Yeah.
you know. And if your money's not making money, you're doing something wrong or something like that. I'd sound like Mifflin. That's how he speaks. How many raccoons do you think you could fight at one time? No items, no weapons. You as an individual, not as a
Hands and
table.
feet.
How many raccoons?
Do you think you could fight at one time?
They're vicious.
They are vicious.
Yeah.
Like rabies? Vicious?
No, I'm talking purely size and strength and speed of a raccoon.
Okay. And they all want to kill me.
They're coming after you.
Okay, maybe probably 2.
Yeah, I'm not thinking a high
I'm
number.
not that confident.
Two is like, okay.
Give me 5.
Oh,
Give me 5 raccoons in a
No
row.
way,
That's
man.
confident.
slight work, you know. I'm just.
Nah.
I mean, if like a big kick connects, you might be putting one out for a little
How
while.
big's a raccoon? Like this big?
They're like
How much do they weigh?
they're like
They're
cat
pretty big.
sized.
They're pretty big.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're big. I don't know. I've not seen one in real
I
life.
was bigger than a cat.
Really?
I think they're bigger than
Yeah.
cats.
Like 25 pounds?
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
25
11 kilos?
stones.
Pretty big.
No, it'd be like 12 and a half
You use kilos.
kilos.
You use
Yeah.
kilos as well, right?
12 and a half kilos.
We use stones, but I don't use stones.
Yeah.
What's a stone?
I know, that's a Yuki only thing. It's so useless. I'd say 2 or 3 is no. 5's too much.
Yeah.
I'm not half
Listen,
in a row.
Listen, I'm taking 5.
Because 5, you try to kick them, like at least 2 are gonna like.
Okay, 4.
Yeah.
4 is 1 per limb, you know.
Listen, I'm an
When
animal.
it gets more than
He gets
They really
vicious
gets-
and bats into a corner.
I agree.
when it gets
Roy, I'm
more
going
than 1
2.
per limb, it's too much.
Yep. If you guys got paid $10 million,
Sure.
but would you take it? But there is a snail.
Yes, I would do
Have you
that.
heard this question?
Yeah.
But there's a snail constantly crawling towards you, only at a snail pace. It's invincible, and if it touches you, you're done for.
So easy.
You croak.
That's so easy.
It's so easy.
Would you take it?
Yes.
But you don't get to know where the snail starts. And so, like, if you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna fly across the ocean," you might be flying into the snail. You don't know if it's over there right now or not.
If you go to an island,
Maybe it's on the
the
island. to
odds
start.
of it being on that island are so incredibly small.
Yeah, I think.
If you go to, okay, just go to Hawaii.
Yep.
It's not like the odds of it being here are like ridiculously small. And even if you can still see it's a snail, it takes forever, right? So when you dive in your sleep, the odds of that are so small. So that if you see it, you just put a glass on it, fly away.
Yeah, that's true. You know
Just
what?
fly away.
That's cheating, though.
There's no rules.
Just put a glass on.
There's no rules.
I'm not.
You
saying
see
no.
it, you see it, you just leave.
Does it change your
leave.
answer?
Just
if you-
leave.
Does it change your answer if you can't put a glass on it?
No.
So you're just building a wall over all the snails you see for the rest of your life.
Yeah. For 10 mil.
That's fair.
For 10 mil.
Those poor snails, bro.
Sure.
I think
Oh,
I've
salt
decided-
actually, salt. They hate salt.
They're invincible.
Oh, true.
That's right. It's an invincible snail.
Yeah, assume it wouldn't like freeze either, right?
So you
Like,
know the one that doesn't
so
die
what-
to the salt
so
is the
one
invincible
drown-
snail.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
he beat the
Then you put a
game.
glass on that one. Then you put a glass on that one.
Yeah. he
Have
beat
you
the game.
guys seen Monsters Inc. That movie?
Yeah.
You know when they come out and the sock is on the ground and they drill the thing over it to blow it up on the ground. That's what I would do to minus the blowing up. I would just
You would
drill.
kill the snail.
Well, it's invincible, so I couldn't, but I would drill it in the little dome there.
Yeah.
I think what I would do is I would live in a completely open space until like one snail is just crawling towards me. Even if that takes a few years, I would just live in one area in a very open space, and then eventually, probably 5-10 years after living in this open space, I see the snail, I bin it, and then I live the rest of my life.
The thing is, like, if you say like, you get an offer like here, but the snail starts in Australia, you're good for life.
Right.
Time is going to take to get to you.
I think we looked it up. It would take 33 years for a snail to cross the U.S., the United States.
Yeah, you
still
go to an
seems
island.
that seems low.
Low.
I think a snail would take like 50 years to cross the U.S. I don't know.
Yeah.
Surely you can just like find the snail, get somebody to put a tracker on it. You just have a tracker with
That's
it
right.
forever. And you just
That's right.
I mean, it's the easiest 10 mil of my life.
I just hire someone for $1 million to
Yeah.
track the snail, and then I live the rest of my life in happiness. All right, final couple questions here. Which hunter from SMITE, which hunter character would you most want to hang out with in real life?
Damn.
Apollo would be fun, no?
Yeah, Apollo.
Apollo seems like fun, yeah.
You get to fly you
He's
around.
an army.
You're down bad, bro. He's a zombie, man.
She might have some good stories or something. I don't
I
know.
guess you get Apollo.
I think I'm
You
Heim.
get to meet his sister.
Heimdall?
as well.
Yeah.
True.
My Heimdall.
You got a private jet with
He's
Apollo.
got the suit skin, so maybe he's cool. You can TP me places, like
You can see a lot of stuff.
yeah, like Heim's got to be better than
The Valhalla.
Yeah.
That's true.
What are the different realms he takes you to? Does anyone know all of them in his ult? You can go to 8 different places.
Niflheim, don't
Yeah,
know.
I just know Niflheim.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, there are some sad ones there that you definitely don't want to go to.
I've never actually looked at things on.
One's like
getting
icy and one's like
Hamilton.
fiery, so.
Yeah.
Yep. What'd you guys say? Apollo?
Yeah, I think I'm going Apollo.
I'm gonna look at the list actually over there.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you can look at the list. Way on yonder.
You like that list, by the way? That's my list.
No, it's awful.
Oh,
What do you think's awful on that tier list? We're retconning
just
it
thinking,
on
like,
a
if you
different
hang-
segment entirely.
If you hang out with them, who you could meet,
Oh, right. Who knows the most
If you're
people?
Cupid, you can meet Aphrodite,
Ooh,
That's a dub.
Oh.
that is it. That is
That's a
it, Deb.
yeah. I'm looking at it. It's got to be like maybe Ishtar.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. I don't know.
Ishtar is a good. The amount of people posing under the Ishtar
Neath?
at Worlds was
Yeah.
too many. Maybe the right one. You said Neath?
Maybe.
Cupid would be a good one.
He's
Just
an David,
hits
though.
anyone you
Kinda
want
weird,
with a
man.
hard arrow.
Oh.
It's just manipulation, though.
That's pretty good. Hey.
Hey,
It is
Oh,
what it is.
no.
I'll take what I can get, man.
Look, magic is magic. All right, the final question of this interview. On 3, what's the best role in SMITE? 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
ADC.
Hey.
This was the ADC roll queue with Barraccudda, Stuart, Netrioid, and Vote. Thanks for watching. Stick around. We've got, what's it called? SPL Waiting Room coming up next.